Good afternoon, guys. This is Dr. Wickdaddy, just getting with you on post number 4. This is day number 4 of the 100 Days of Prosperity. And I have a hard time picking a title, so it's really gonna be a hyphenated title. And what it's gonna be called is Hustle / Sense of Urgency. I'm gonna read you something, and this is a post from a Facebook friend of mine. Shout out to Elisa Roll. But this is the post, and this is her speaking. The post says, even after the most profitable quarter in the history of commerce, Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, still discussed how he and his company could lose everything tomorrow to an unknown competitor if he wasn't careful and stayed on top of things. And then she said, I'm going to chew on that. And guys, that is so powerful. Let's break that down. Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, most profitable quarter in the history of commerce. I don't know what the number was, but it's irrelevant. The point is this. If a man who runs a multi-billion dollar, probably $1 trillion company at this point, is saying that he can lose everything tomorrow if he doesn't stay alert and stay on top of his game after the most profitable quarter ever. How can we examine our own hustle, our own sense of urgency? Think about that. I sat down with a gentleman today. He had been working for his company for 35 years. He was an IT director. And he said to me, you know, I've been working by myself. I work in my own little area, my own little cubicle. I've been with a company 35 years. I have a lot of camaraderie with the people I work with. And right now, I'm just not interested in generating a secondary income. Now think about that. Here's a person that's been with that company for 35 years. They have no interest in securing or setting up or getting information on any other additional source of income. Now, I want to share this with everybody. I don't care how much you love your job, how great the people are, how wonderful the company is, how much every other company sucks in comparison to your company. You have to understand that economically, you are renting an apartment, which means this. You're going to be there until you're so old that you don't want to be there anymore, or you're going to be there until you're so old that they don't want you there anymore. And those are the two best case scenarios, not factoring in downsizing, supervisor's bad hair day, you having a family emergency and not being able to take off, or wanting to go on vacation and not being able to. And so guys, listen, number one, I don't knock anybody's hustle at all. I don't care what you do. Garbage man, zookeeper, it doesn't matter. The point is this, whatever your current job is, understand that ultimately the best purpose that it could serve is to supplement you until you identify what it is that you were created to do and start pursuing that. Because if you do not own your income or the source of your income, it is insecure. It will go away. So when I hear things like, oh, between me and my wife, we're doing just fine, or oh, everything's doing just fine, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard to me, and I'll tell you why. The gentleman that I met with, that's an IT director for a 20 chain grocery store, and he listed his title off with so much pride. It was almost comical. But anyway, I met him because I was sitting at a table with him and two of his brothers. He's an IT director. his brother, works in the insurance department at a large insurance firm that has its headquarters here in San Antonio. And the other brother was disabled, in a wheelchair bound. But I was sitting at the table with these three gentlemen and their mother, who was over the age of 70. And the reason we were sitting there is because I was helping them to complete paperwork for their mother to get a reverse mortgage on her $300,000 plus home. Let's say $200,000 plus home. But long story short, she spent a lengthy career in, let's say, the healthcare industry. Very proud of her career, went to school, sons are college educated. But at the end of the day, what she was doing was getting ready to place a mortgage on a house that she had already paid off so she could set up a line of credit and be able to take care of medical bills and whatever daily necessities she needed. So she paid her house off and was remortgaging it. And with these reverse mortgages, the owner of the home doesn't have to pay it back, because when they die, the children can pay the house off, or the company keeps the house. So I would say this. You don't have to plug into or use the $12 plan. $12 may be too much money. Your job may be so great that you don't have to do anything else. Okay? But understand this. The day is coming. It's not if, it is when, that you will no longer be able to do what you are so proud of doing now to earn income. And if you do not prepare, what you're doing is you are deferring the responsibility of taking care of you to someone else, whether that be the government or your children or both. And let me tell you something. Social Security is already in the United States. It's already pretty much depleted. And I personally have a large family. I have 8 children, but I don't want any of them having to take care of me out of necessity. I want to be able to pay for care in my home. I don't want to be in an old folks' home. I don't want to live with my kids. But what I'm doing is, while I am able-bodied, I am setting up the multiple streams of income now, so that when that time comes, I don't have to defer that responsibility to someone else. So I would encourage you to do the same, or at least consider doing the same. But in either case, make sure that you're on your hustle and that you have a sense of urgency about some type of exit strategy other than your JOB. If you want to get details on the $12 plan, all the information is in the description. And you can subscribe to this channel and stay tuned. Talk to you later. God bless.